Howdy, folks. Howdy, everyone. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. We have an incredibly special guest today that I want to tell you guys about. We're going to talk about some neat stuff. Um, just always so thankful to have you guys aboard. So we will get right to it right after this. Hey, hello, folks. How's everyone? How is everyone out there? Are you guys getting along, staying well? Are you, what is this term? Social distancing. Social distancing. Are you doing that well? Because some of us aren't doing that well. We're going to be talking to some of us here that don't know how to act right out here when the people say what to do, but we'll get into that. I have my good friend, Big Cell from FHO Atlanta, GA, Fast Harleys Only, Run What You Brung, uh, Marcel, Big Cell Tillman. Everyone, please welcome to the to my show, Marcel Tillman.
What's happening?
I'm on, man.
What's going on, everybody, man? Check this out, man. Now, listen. Me and Dragon, I kind of, I sprinkled him with this game, and he done took it, and, he took the seeds and added some more, watered it, and he doing his thing, man. But understand me when I tell you, I'm still the Don Dada. Now, y'all heard his intro. It's nice, real jazzy, real rocky feel. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? We're real rockish. You understand me? But let me let you hear what the intro sound like, man. Y'all want to hear what a real intro sound like? Let me let y'all hear what a real intro sound like, man. Here we go, man. This is what a real intro sound like, man. Big Cell, you a fool for this one. That's right. FHO. Shit. Let's go. Huh? FHO. 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 Big Cell in your radio. FHO. 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 Big Cell on your radio. All right, that's enough, man. I don't want to hurt his feelings, man. He's an old guy with everything going on with the COVID and all that. I don't want him to be,
That's supposed to be.
I mean, it goes, in a minute you'll be singing it, so that's why I don't want to give you too much of it. But hello, everybody, let's get it in. Say, man, thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
what we got? Y'all know this is gonna be interesting, right? Y'all already know this is gonna be interesting. You know this already.
They're saying my audio's messed up again.
You sound perfect on my end. I don't know. It might be chopping here.
Somebody said good now. Hold on. Let's see if we're good now. What happened?
Oh, so you were chopping it during my intro. That way. So you.
Oh no. What intro?
Oh, see what I'm saying?
You played an intro? Oh boy! Somebody's Ironhead says it sounds like. Bleh. Let's see. I think I've got it. How do I sound now, guys?
You sound good to me on my end.
Okay, I'm hoping we're doing better. Much better. Okay, they say much better. All right. So I got Big Cell on the microphone. I always have trouble with sound when Big Cell's on because he does his. He's doing his at the same time I'm doing mine. He's on his show, FHOATLGA. And
hold on, my people got to give you a round of applause too for your show. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I keep telling you, man. I'm the Don Dada, man. I'm the Don Dada, man.
You know what, man? That's what I feel about that.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So now we in the feelings now, huh? So we in the feelings now. So.
Oh man, you taking it to the next level, so.
Hey man, I'm just saying, man. You know, I didn't know we was in the feelings. So. You know.
So everyone, for those who don't know, Big Cell put me on the whole game. Big Cell got me started with YouTube and. Big Cell, Hollywood from Insane Throttle, and Dibber. Those are the guys that brought me up in this. So I'm not trying to be bigger than Big Cell. Not trying to be bigger than you, brother.
No. It's never we have a friendly competition, man. And I'm gonna say this right now to all of your fans that don't know me. I'm straightforward, and anybody that don't like what I have to say, this is normally what I tell you right here.
Ain't no misunderstanding. Quick just accused me of stealing. And if you're going to take up for Quick in here, we can all be some fighting motherfuckers in here this evening. Kiss my entire ass.
I'm just saying.
You know.
Oh, your people ain't used to they're not used to that.
No, man. I bring you on the show and you just, you know.
Hey, man, listen here, man.
Oh. Okay.
So let's get into this thing. So listen, man. Tonight, man, me and Dragon been trying to figure out how we were gonna bring this thing to you guys, man. What we were gonna talk about, and understand this. We're both saying the same thing. You know, we say it different. Those that vibe the way I vibe, you're gonna vibe with me. Those that vibe the way Dragon vibe, you're gonna vibe with Dragon. But at the end of the day, this is all about grown men and grown women motorcycling, living life, and having a good time, because that's what this whole motorcycle thing is supposed to be about anyway. It's supposed to be a feel-good situation 24/7. It's never supposed to feel like shit. It's always supposed to feel good because you own a motorcycle, you ride a motorcycle, you have a motorcycle, you love motorcycling. And I don't care what brand you rock. I'm a Harley Davidson guy, and then Dragon is one of them other people. And you know, it don't matter though. It's still a feel good lifestyle, and that's what it's supposed to be about, man. And that's really what we both bring to the table. And again, brother, on national televised television, YouTube, and everything else that I'm on, I want to tell you I love you. I'm proud of you. And again, who you are is who you are. And if people don't understand that, then it is what it is. You're a very strong dude. You're a very proud dude. Very, very educated. And, you know, it just is what it is. And for me, I'm just me, man. So.
No, man, you know something? I'm absolutely proud of you too. And I have watched your beginnings and some of the things we've been through, and when we had that radio program together and all that stuff. And just to watch how you took that and ran with it, and you got your FHO podcast radio, and your advertising is. You know, these last 3.5, 4 years, bro, it's been wonderful for us. So, you know, so many people always ask me, you know, what's up with you and Big Cell? Absolutely nothing. I love Big Cell. There's absolutely no problem with me and Big Cell. And I hope this shows. I mean, I hope when people see us together, they understand. We each have a different way of saying things, but we are saying the same thing. Period. And that is that this motorcycling thing, I've been doing it for, oh my gosh, the last 30 some odd years on the biker set. I've been riding motorcycles since I was about 4. and I'm 57 tomorrow. Whoa, 57.
You 57 years old, player?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 57. Well,
Oh.
at least you can still fuck at 57.
Yeah. Yeah, that's working. We don't.
Oh, my bad. See, my bad. See, I got.
Oh my goodness!
Excuse me, man. My bad. Listen, man. Well, at least you're still living at 57. I guess that's the proper word.
Well, effing is living. So there you go. Every time I'm effing, I feel like I'm alive.
I'm alive.
You don't quit. Holy moly!
Hey, man, it is what it is. So let's kick this thing off, man. So right now, we got this. I call it CVO-19. The proper terminology is COVID-19. I just refuse to give it any power, to give it any substantial ranking in my life. So I call it the CVO-19. We got that going on.
What do you mean by that? This is we were arguing about this earlier today. What do you mean by that?
What I'm saying is that for me is that I'm religious in my own way, and I believe that we can call to fruition things by just continually repeating them, saying them, giving them power, giving them structure, giving them life. For me, the CVO-19 thing is hands down is serious. However it was created, I believe, by the government, and so forth and so on. However it was created, it was serious. And we do have people that are dying because of it. I wouldn't say directly because of it. It ain't like you catch CVO-19 and then you die. But anyway, however it works, it works. And for me, a lot of people are upset with me because
you keep riding motorcycles and going out in public and meeting up with folks and riding out of town. I mean, that or was it something else that they're mad at?
Hey, we just did 400 miles a day, man, me and my crew. So, because to me, you got to understand this. If I can't ride, I might as well die anyway. That's just me. You might as well go in and take me up out of here if I can't ride. But it's not even so you're going to leave your family behind because of riding a motorcycle? Understand this, everybody. I'm going to live my life precautiously, but I'm not going to live my life scared. I'm not going to be scared of this COVID thing. I understand what it is. I'm taking the precautions. I'm washing my hands. I'm washing my ass. I'm watching who I'm around and who comes over and who touches this and what I touch. I'm doing all of that. And I tell everybody to do the same, but the scare tactic, the government, the news, the media, all of the inboxes. I'm going to say this real quick in Dragon and we can get into it. I had 3 people each person told me don't sell, don't, I'm giving you this is private information. My sister, one of them was a sister, one of them was an auntie, and the other one was a brother or uncle or something. They all worked at CDC and they had the inside track. And they all told me, man, you can't share this with nobody. I'm just giving it to you because I love you. And all 3 of them sent me the same thing. That was supposed to be privileged information that only they had.
Yeah, I've seen that one that tells you to drink hot tea or whatever it is.
No, but just all of it in general. I'm just saying.
But listen, okay, you're getting me here. You folks are tearing me up. I can't take it. This anti-government fear. We have managed to do 2 things in the past 8 years since Obama took presidency. We've managed to do 2 things. One is from then till now, we have seen the most fervent hatred of the parties, as it were, and we've managed to completely distrust the media and completely distrust Congress, the White House, the Senate, and probably the Supreme Court. We don't believe nothing nobody says.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most dangerous things about it all. We don't trust nobody. Republicans don't trust Democrats. Democrats don't trust Republicans. Libertarians don't trust either one. Independents don't trust nobody. The Tea Party's gone. Trump don't trust the media. The media don't trust Trump. And all of this in the face of this international worldwide pandemic, if you can't trust nobody, I think a lot of us are going to die for no reason.
Yeah, but it's what I've taken from the Dragon is that the trust politics have always been fucked up. Period. They've always been a one-sided, half truth. I'm gonna tell you what you need to know to vote for me, and the rest, Also, politics are that way because we as a people, when I say we, I'm speaking of blacks. We as blacks, the majority, I would say maybe it's a 70-30 split. It's only 30% of us that care, that monitor, that watch, that want to know, that read, that understand, that delve, that dwells in or delves into politics. The other 70% of us can care less. We don't. It is what it is. I've heard so many times over and over the dumbest shit ever is, "Oh, my vote don't count, no way." That little one vote. The and this is what I tell people when they say that, especially my people when they say that. People have died for your one vote. Hundreds and thousands of people have died for your one vote. You understand what I'm saying? Just respect that part of it. Whether it count or not, just respect the fact that you owe them, the ones that died, the ones that fought for it, the ones that got water hosed to death and bit by dogs and tore apart and all that hung. Respect them enough to go vote. Even if you don't believe in what your vote is going to do, respect that part of it and just and live with it right there. So, I mean, when it comes to politics, for me, I'm not a political person. My dad he's a political guru. He can break it all down for you, and he can tell you who is right and who ain't right according to what we know. According to what we know now, a lot of stuff we don't know and we don't find out till it's too late. But hey, man, for me, and again to everybody, man, be safe. This COVID stuff is killing people. It hasn't hit home to anybody that I personally know yet. It got close to one of our friends, my man Snowman, and his wife.
We both played that video, Snowman.
Yeah.
It was really a pretty funny video where he was talking about the virus, and the next thing you know, he gets it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So, for him and his wife to get it, but now again, they had just came back from overseas, and it was brand new. So, but they're both doing fine now. They're both recovered and going on to normal life. And then I'm seeing other people that know other people speak on death and this person died, etc. I mean, it is what it is, hands down. I've been preaching, and ever since you turned me on to the Get Skinny campaign, about being healthy, you used to be on me about that. Sell, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I've been doing it, undercover, lightweight for the most part, getting healthy.
I've been undercover. I've been watching the weight come off you.
I mean, look at me. I mean, here, look at me now. So I mean, if you don't know me from then to now, then you probably won't notice it. But if you see me today, I have got and lost weight, and I have still so much more to do. And it's really just about being healthy, living healthy, and just being, on that conscious level. So everybody, man, get there. Take the time, get up an extra 30 minutes early for work, and do a walk or do some exercise or do something, whatever it is. And I know it's, you need all the sleep you can get. And to all of my, what do they call them? Critical workers. What do they call them, John? The
essentials. They're called essentials.
To all of the essential workers.
I told yesterday that I was not an essential.
Yeah, well, FHO, and this just came down. I spoke with the government. Being that FHO is a corporate entity, I can give my family members an essential riders letter. So I'm typing that up now. All of the FHO members will have an essential riders letter where they can ride their motorcycle during these times. And if they get pulled over, all they gotta do is show the letter like everybody else. You're gonna misuse the essential letter. Hey man, listen, man.
Just misuse the essential letter. I guess they're all journalists for FHO.
Hey man, we gotta know. We gotta know what's going on, man. I mean, at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So, hey man, we have to know, man. But again, everybody be safe. Do what you have to do. Shout out to my man Frederick Mayo. Appreciate that donation. So, Dragon, what we at? What we got, man? Let's go. Let's get this thing.
Well, one of my guys asked, what is your opinion about Japanese motorcycles? Somebody just asked me that.
Again, whatever you ride it. I mean, me personally, I am a Harley Davidson fanatic. I had a Suzuki 1000, a Gixxer 1000, GSXR 1000, Gixxer 1000. And for me, I felt I was too big. I felt like I looked like one of the bears at the circus riding on, them little motorcycles when you go to the circus. And I am not comfortable with the speed, with the fact that it can go from 0 to 9,000 in 3 seconds. I'm not comfortable with that. So to each his own. From riding them on a daily to racing them on the street. Man, enjoy your motorcycle. One thing I'm gonna tell everybody, and I preach this: don't never let nobody talk you out of your motorcycle. Talk you out of being happy about the motorcycle that you purchased, even if you purchased the wrong motorcycle, because a lot of us do that. You go to these dealerships and you just want to be part of the team, and you let these people sell you a bike that's too small or too big or just the wrong bike, and now you out here and people are laughing behind your back because your real friends they're not gonna laugh in your face, which they should, but it is what it is. So I don't have a problem with Jap bikes. It's not my cup of tea. I don't really know too much about them. If I had to ride one to get away from the apocalypse, then I would ride one. So other than that, that's it.
I love anything on two wheels. I still have a Goldwing. I still have a Gixxer. I still have I haven't ridden it in many years now, but I still own a Hayabusa. I'm not sure what shape it's in. It's not in this state. But I have a lot of different motorcycles, and I ride them all. But what I love mostly is my Victory Vision. I really have enjoyed it. It's been a beautiful motorcycle. I love it. And
is it hard? Is it hard to cross? Like, is it hard to go from the Victory to the Goldwing to the sports bike?
So it's not hard to go from the Victory to Goldwing because unbelievably they ride very much alike. Okay. A Goldwing is to me a race bike on Fat Boy steroids because you can do almost anything on a Goldwing. They really do get down, especially if you were riding crotch rockets before you went to the Goldwing, and you will have a certain flair with riding. And the Victory to be a V twin, it handles every bit as good as a Goldwing all day long. Okay. But crossing from a Gixxer or a Hayabusa or a Ninja to a Wing or a Victory, the very first thing is shit. I'm only going to be on this thing 40 minutes because I can't be bent over on this eternal push-up, but for so long. My brother John, my blood brother, came and we went riding up Deal's Gap. We went to Tell the Dragon, and he rented some sort of crazy concourse. And he let me get on the concourse and ride. And my first impression was,
who makes that a concourse? What is that?
That's a Kawasaki. Okay. They made it. It's a 30-year-old platform. They've been making it for about 30 years. It's what it is Kawasaki took the Ninja engine and put it on a 2-up kind of sport touring bike. Okay. So it's a cross between the Ninja and maybe. Let me think. It's a straight up kind of riding bike, but it's damn near as fast as one of them Ninjas. And so my first impression was, damn, I'm high off the ground. I got to sit straight up. My back already hurts, and the riding position was just kooky for me. But once you kind of got used to it, that thing screamed through the Deal's Gap. It was amazing. So. Me, I love all motorcycles, dirt bikes, whatever it is, 4-wheelers, whatever it is.
Amazing enough, I never rode a dirt bike, never in my life. Amazingly enough, I've never ever rode a dirt bike, and a lot of people say that's how they started on motorcycles was via dirt bike. I just never did it, but hey, I mean, again, I tell everybody, man, and I tell people this all the time. It's your motorcycle.
Right.
Enjoy it. Have fun. Do whatever it is you do. And now when you come around me, of course we gonna laugh, joke, and talk shit. But it's still at the end of the day, it's your motorcycle, and there's nothing nobody can tell me about my motorcycle. So, I ride anywhere from 40 to 50,000 miles a year on my Harley. And actually, I do that almost in my sleep. But I can't imagine that. And that's just me now. I can't imagine doing it on anything else.
I've only just now gotten to the point where I will give you your respect and your credit due for your writing.
Yeah, we've been battling that.
Because I'm like, boy, I got more miles backing up to the curb than you got going forward. But now that you done got like your third straight year of 50,000 miles in, I have to go on ahead and back down off you a little bit. Because I watched you tear up a motorcycle. You rode it so much you tore up one of them raggedy Harleys, tore it straight up. They had to put a whole new engine in it. I was like, damn, all you did was ride it.
That's it. To death. Ride the shit out of it, as they say. I mean, but it is what it is, man. Like I tell everybody, and with anything, and I don't care what it is, if it's Goldwing, Victory, Honda, whatever, they only make them and test them for so many miles. They can't possibly, and it's just like a car. Hell, I mean, the cars are a bit better made today, and the motorcycles are better made today than where they were. But you can't have an assembly line product and expect for nobody to put 40,000 miles in 1 year on a motorcycle that the average person puts 40,000 miles on in maybe 5 or 6 years. So of course it's going to be, you're going to go through the bumps and the bruises and the tear ups and all of that. And again, man, do what you're supposed to do. What up, OG Al? My man OG Al just checked in from the West Coast. Speaking of that, his mom was diagnosed with COVID. She was in intensive care, and they had his dad in there as well, and he can't see neither one of them because of the COVID stuff. So I hope they're doing better, Al. Hope you're able to get that together, brother.
Much prayers. Yeah, is he the one whose dad? I think he said his dad's doing good, and his dad's in and out, and his mom hasn't had a fever in a couple of weeks.
Well, no, I haven't talked to him lately, but his mom was doing pretty bad, from what we understand. I think they finally got her stable, and then the dad was being tested, so he had to be on lockdown while he was being tested. But I think the most disheartening part about this COVID shit is that when you're diagnosed with it, you're totally isolated. Your own wife, your kids, nobody can come see you. They can't have any contact with you, and if for whatever reason you pass away, your family only get the ashes. They don't even get to bury you. They don't even get to bury you properly.
I didn't think they were burning the body. I didn't think we were at that level yet.
Yes, that's what we just had. The two people that I do know of, the family just got the ashes. That's all they give you. They're not giving you the body.
Oh my word. And that kind of stuff sets up the government conspiracies left and right, man. Like, what are they doing with us? Are they taking our
organs and all of that?
Right.
I mean, but like I said, you can go on and on about this thing. And everybody got their remedies. Everybody got their theories. Everybody has the so-called knowledge. Only thing I will tell everybody is that we do know that it's some messed up stuff going on, and I'm gonna use the word messed up because I'm on John's show. If this was FHO, I'd have said it different. But out of respect to my OG, we do know it's some messed up stuff going on, and it's crazy. All of it is crazy, and it's hitting us at a time where this is the time us as motorcyclists we've been waiting on this so that we can get out and start riding and traveling the world and all these plans and stuff that we done, this year goes. So I think that's probably the most craziest part about it.
Hey, what's up, Vice President Jimmy Jam, Black Sabbath? Good to have you on, brother. Here's the thing. Y'all just won't be still, though. They need y'all to be off in a corner somewhere, hobbled up in the house. The stuff I'm looking at says that the model, if we don't do anything at all, there'll be 2 million dead people in this country in the next 40 days.
I disagree.
You can't disagree with mathematics.
I disagree. Listen to what I'm saying. We already know, John. We already know that we have to distance ourselves from each other. There's no more close quarter meetings. There's no more whispering in your homeboy ear. You understand what I'm saying? All that shit is out the window. Give me my 50. We used to say, give me my 50 feet, but now give me my 6 feet. We all know now. Well, put it like this. We know for the majority, we all know whether we're all doing it or not is something different, because a lot of these younger cats, coming up underneath us, they're not washing their hands. They're not, taking it serious, I guess. And that's where you have the drawback. But all I'm saying is this: I can only be responsible for me, the people that I love, and the people that love me. Like even today, when we were out today, okay, we all got a nice ride.
We were out today. Come on, man. You're not supposed to be out today.
But it's not about the disease. Is not about being out. The disease is about spreading the disease. If you're gonna be out, you have to be cautious.
Did you wear masks?
Yes, of course, the whole time, even when off my bike and on my bike, off my bike and on my bike. And for everybody, one thing I will say is this: the mask is not for you to catch it, but the mask is to keep you from giving it to somebody, just in case you don't know you have it.
The mask is not for you to catch it. That's some silliness they told us. I absolutely believe the mask will protect you from getting it.
How?
They've been wearing it in all these other countries.
Yeah, but that's so that you won't transmit it. Not that. How does? So you saying somebody gonna spit in your mouth?
I don't believe. That's the fake news part. I don't believe.
You don't believe that you can transmit it?
That mask that you see me in right there, that mask is the same mask surgeons use. And why would they wear that if it wasn't going to protect them?
Because listen, if I'm doing surgery, I don't need to be spitting on the motherfucking organs. Excuse me. I don't need to be having my saliva on nobody's kidney that I'm wide open in their kidneys, wide open in their guts, and I'm just drooling all in their guts. That's what the mask is for, is to keep
they
you.
They keep begging for the mask. They say them masks are saving their lives. That's what they say. And I'm not going to listen to you. You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know.
I don't. You're right.
So I'm going to listen to them. They say we need masks. They're crying and screaming for masks. Then I must believe that there's something in the mask that they're crying and screaming for. So I'm going to get me one.
You going to get your mask?
I have my mask right over there. Right there. And my glasses.
You wearing safety glasses too?
Hunter's glasses.
So you go get CVO cataract? Is that what you said?
Hunter's glasses.
So you try not to get CVO cataract?
They make the vision clearer so I can shoot one of y'all.
Oh, okay. You want to be able to see? Okay. I mean, I can't argue that. You damn sure need to be able to see that.
But you, Hired Gun 05 says, I will not comply with 3 exclamation marks.
That part. Hey, Hired, let's ride, baby. Where you at?
What's the problem with you bikers?
Hired, where you at? Hired, let's ride, man.
Hired Gun 05. I will not comply. It's screaming on my channel and stuff. Just scream it in all caps. That's the problem with you bikers. You gotta understand. So damn hard-headed.
No, and I don't even think it's hard-headed. Like today, I finally conceded today. I conceded. That's why I went and got my little, 300-400 miles in today, and my bike will be parked until the 13th.
Well, no, but you got to go into self-quarantine now for 2 weeks.
I'm doing that. I'm going to do that. Like I said, to the 13th here in Georgia, we're self-quarantining to the 13th. As of midnight, the curfew, whatever the serious curfew goes into effect at midnight. So I just had to get out and, stretch out a little bit and let my motorcycle know that he is loved and that, we are not neglecting him. Because see, Harleys,
your motorcycle.
Yeah, for sure.
Harley's what? I got to hear this one.
My motorcycle, my Harley motorcycle gets an attitude. If you don't go out there and kick it, ride it, slam, kick a gear or something or clutch it, throw a clutch away, it get an attitude. It does, man. I mean, I'm just telling you. And this the thing. Who was gonna kick Yonder in the ass if everybody got to sit in the house? See, right now, Yonder is winning.
They only asking you to sit in the house a month or so.
I understand that, but do you know how much Yonder gain if we don't stay on top of Yonder's ass, man? And for those of y'all that don't know, on Black Dragon, y'all, he probably never talk about Yonder because he really don't get Yonder. But
boy, ooh.
But for those of you who don't know
that,
Yonder, Yonder or Yonder, Yonder or Yonder.
And Rachel behind somewhere like California, something and slap you.
I'm glad you said that.
Around child.
Snowman already put out a challenge.
Snowman?
Yes, Snowman put out a challenge. Me, him, and Flacco.
Snowman, man, come on now. Y'all, none of y'all.
If everything is a go, if the world opens back up in September, Snowman put out a challenge. Me, him, and Flacco. We're doing it again, the three amigos. We're going from here to Sacramento, California, in less than 40 hours.
I have prospects that'll ride y'all into the ground.
Come on, man. Are you talking about? See, let me be quiet because I got friends in Black Sabbath. I was gonna say so, because I will say this though, and this is the truth. I have never pulled up anywhere in the world, and there's been a Black Sabbath on this motorcycle. Then I'm done.
That's because you don't go nowhere.
I go everywhere every day. I just went to South
Carolina. You just saw our cold ass run to the mother chapter, broadcast for the world to see.
First off, it took y'all 17 days to get there. That's number one.
Oh boy,
it took y'all 17 days to get there, and then hold on, and then it's the only time we gonna see. You're not going to be on your motorcycle. Well, see, so COVID-19. The CBO-19 disease is really a disease. All of the non-riders have finally gotten together and came up with something to keep all of us from riding. That's what the CBO-19 disease is. The CBO-19 disease was created by non-riders. So, hey, man.
You hear that?
Yeah,
you can still hear that echo back there.
I got you.
Okay. But I appreciate that you try to learn how to ride and stuff these days. I appreciate that. That's good. We got a whole lot going on the board here. They said they're burning dead bodies of victims of the coronavirus in the streets of Ecuador because no one wants to go get close to them and pick up those. I saw that in the news today, and it was really terrifying. Somebody said, I wish I could stay in, but I'm considered essential. So I'm going out there and risking my health daily. And that sucks.
That does suck. I really believe that. And another thing, too, everybody is so scared. Oh, the military coming. They are supposed to come.
Yeah,
that is their job. That is their job.
Yes.
For you to go your ass in the house and for them to be out there fighting this disease. So this is not New World Order. You don't have to go get your guns ready. They're not coming to kill and shoot you and destroy. They're coming to do what they've been trained to do.
Oh, and then, oh my God, the 5G people.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. Oh
man, the 5G people, like this girl here. She is so mad. She got on the thing and she just really went crazy. It's all a fake. It ain't real. I was just, and then when she finally got to,
we can't hear her, or I don't hear her or you.
Oh, well,
but they might hear. They might hear it. It might be broadcasting out.
Yeah, they were hearing it. Yeah. So this girl, and then when she got through with everything, it was all because of 5G.
Wow.
Now, I just recently retired from a company called Eris, and Eris is a telecommunication company. Does cable solutions. It does solutions for companies like Comcast and all these these big, huge cable companies. It also does cellular. We've got a 5G lab right there in the facility. I worked around that thing, and I didn't get coronavirus symptoms ever. So I don't know. I've worked next to 5G, and I'm so some of that stuff I'm like, gee, really? Because that wasn't. I worked right there in the lab. I never saw that. My buddies that are still there working in the lab, they're still going along daily. They don't have COVID symptoms because of 5G. So
my one of your followers, Denny's plant-based journey. My guns aren't for the military, but for the idiots out there going crazy, doing home invasions and robbing home stores and vehicles to protect my family. And Denny, that's exactly what they supposed to be for. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do, is kill a motherfucker dead that invade your space. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. You're supposed to protect yourself, Denny. We keep forgetting.
Yeah, I've already decided to put an R rating on this one. Go ahead and be yourself.
Hey, man, no, but
what my writer said, what my follower says. That's interesting.
Hey, brother,
I can't see what your folks are saying.
You gotta have enough devices, brother. You gotta have enough. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be professional with this stuff.
I'm learning. I'm trying to get it together.
You know what I'm saying?
This is going to be a good time for my new commercial. Can you guys? Can you hold on a second? Sel, let me play that for about 35 seconds or so. Here we go.
Yeah, they don't hear it on my stuff.
That was the commercial for my new channel, Think Tactical. It's not actually, my channel's been around a while, but I'm really just now getting back to it to get it out there. Think Tactical is a prepper channel for preppers. Now that we were talking about my subscriber that was talking about what his guns were for, Think Tactical is a prepper channel. We started this up last year with the idea to get folks prepared for any kind of thing that might come. We were thinking it was going to be zombies, and it turns out to be a virus. But there are people that are going to be acting crazy out there, and you need to be kind of ready for them. So Think Tactical is on YouTube. ThinkTacticalNews.com is our online magazine, and Think Tactical is our podcast, and Black Dragon's Survivalist blog on Facebook.
Let me ask you this for my audience. Okay. Do you feel like this is a government planted disease?
Are you waiting for them to answer?
Waiting for you to answer. I'm waiting for this.
For my audience. I thought you were talking to your audience.
I'm saying I want you to answer this for my audience.
No, I don't. I don't think our government planted it. I do think it's man-made, however. And so it either got out by accident or on purpose. I think maybe it's from another country. But I do think it's government. I think it's man-made. I just think that's what I think. There's no new diseases, in my opinion. So where does the novel coronavirus come? What's so novel about it? How did it come out? How did it get here? Why did it just come yesterday? I'm just trying to imagine what new pathogen. How did it get created? If it's a brand new pathogen, I mean, people have been eating bats and snakes and ducks and dogs and all kind of crap for a long time. So now somebody had a new combination of snake and duck and frog, and now all of a sudden it's the same lie that they told about AIDS. I remember, and this was 30 years ago. I'm sitting in college class, and this guy's teaching the kids that some Africans were having sex and pouring monkey blood on their penises, and that monkey blood poured on their penis that they had sex with an African woman led to HIV/AIDS that now was proliferating all over the world. And I'm sitting here listening to my college professor of geology talk about the pathogenics of a disease that the whole world was saying they didn't understand, but all of a sudden, I guess he knew. So I think it's absolutely man-made, man-inspired, man-manipulated.
Do you think it has anything to do with the government, with the voting and all that?
I just can't see why. Like, the government has kind of what it wants. Now, Donald Trump always talks about the deep state, but I just can't see right now how the government's not already getting its way. I mean, they tax you. There's nothing, I believe, holding the government back right now. So I don't know. Harvard professor getting paid $12 million from the U.S. grant and 2 associates from Wuhan, while he was getting paid $8 million from the Chinese government at that university. Sounds fishy. So this is where it all gets kind of bad. There's fishy stuff. Like, they just, Johnson & Johnson, I think it is, gave the doctor that's working on a cure a $1 billion grant, working on a cure that hasn't even been approved. He got a $1 billion grant. So it is absolutely true that it is in big businesses' best interest to create a pandemic and a virus. They're going to get paid. If they create a vaccine, we're all going to go get it.
No, we're not. Don't say we all going to get it, because
we're mostly all going to go get it.
We ain't fucking with the vaccine over here, man. Let's hear it, man.
Why not?
Now, let me tell y'all something, man.
Yeah, I got to hear this.
Y'all can let these white folks inject you with some shit and experiment on you and tell you that this is going to keep you from getting it, if you want to. All I'm going to tell you is this, is that with God at the head of your table, at the head of your mindset, and healthy living and healthy eating, that is the only vaccine that you need. And I'm going to tell you like this. How dare Magic Johnson walk around with a mask on? We're talking about it with a COVID-19 mask on. And you're Magic Johnson. And he has showed you that healthy living is all
No. He showed you what having 20 million plus in the bank will do.
That's what I said. And healthy living. He changed his lifestyle and healthy living.
When he got HIV diagnosed, it was absolutely a death sentence, period.
So he's immortal? He's immortal?
After his diagnosis, all of a sudden it wasn't a death sentence anymore, because he had the funds to make sure that he wasn't going to die. But listen, can you do me a favor and roll up one of your sleeves for me? Which sleeve is that one where you have that vaccination on your arm, the polio vaccination?
I don't have neither one of them.
Yeah, you got a vaccination on one of them shoulders, bro.
Probably when I went to the service and they tricked me into getting it.
You absolutely have several vaccinations if you went into the service.
They tricked me into getting it. And if you know anything about the service, let me tell y'all something. You don't know what you're scared, you're frightened, all this stuff. You just walking through this little path, and they tell you to stop. Put your feet right there. I mean, you look down and put your feet. They got the needles sticking you in both your arms. Yeah,
that's exactly right.
But I mean, I'm just saying, I'm definitely not
zapped your black ass, and I promise you got you got plenty of
And
vaccinations,
that's why my dad begged me not to go to the service. But anyway, to all my military
and you're
salutes.
doing fine. Look at you,
Yeah, to all
still
my military
healthy.
salutes. All I'm
Plump,
gonna say is this:
plump. You
I
know,
will
you just
not,
healthy still.
me or none of mine will not be in line to get the COVID vaccination. We're not doing it.
Oh, you got one of my readers. He said these white folks.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
One of my viewers. They don't.
We call, what do we? I'm sorry. What is the proper terminology? The other, the other Americans. The other Americans. I'm sorry. The other.
Oh my goodness.
The other Americans.
One of my viewers says, so this guy swings the race card?
Hey, the other Americans. Yes, and I do swing the race card. I mean, when I have to, because it is a race card for your viewers that don't know. It is a race card. It is a you guys and a us guys, and you guys have the privilege. So yeah, there is a race card, and there is, even today in America, Donald Trump has energized. Wow. He got the other Americans doing stuff and saying stuff that they would have never said a couple of years ago. Anyway,
somebody's come up to you and said something.
Of course not.
They got knocked down for it.
I'd have slapped the shit out of him. Of course not.
Okay, I was just wondering because nobody's walked up to me and said a damn thing.
Okay.
Personally speaking.
I'm just saying. But it is what it is, man. But at the end of the day, I love everybody. I fuck with everybody. Anybody that mess with me, I mess with them. Anybody. And it's not about that. All I'm saying, but there is an advantage. And I tell people this all the time. When you got people or other races that are not used to a Black Dragon and Big Cell conversation off air. When we off air, you motherfucker, blah, 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 and so forth and so forth. To the average person, that sounds like we're arguing and a fight is getting ready to break out. So, to the other American, that sounds like a fight and what's wrong? And it's just a regular conversation. But anyway, it is what it is.
HM2 Leland said he used to be the one giving those vaccinations. And I tell you something, I got to be honest. I've always been, I went through this part in the Navy where I refused to get a vaccination. I was just sure the government was going to do something to me. And in the Navy, you're forced to get those vaccinations. You have no choice.
At all.
So not at all, period. I think they'll put you out if you refuse a vaccination. So I had refused the vaccination. I wasn't doing it. And my commanding officer came down to my barracks room with the corpsman and sat down on my bunk, rolled up his sleeve and took the vaccine and then looked at me. I rolled up my sleeve and took the vaccination.
Oh, baby.
They believe, man, I tell you something. And I'm still here.
Hey, you coughing. Hey, we don't play that shit over here, John. We don't. Hey, listen. Hey, man, this show is over with, man. Time to delete. Delete, subtract. No, I mean, I understand this. Again, I'm not going to ever volunteer for it at all. I'm not going to be in line for it. I'm not volunteering for it. It is what it is. I just believe what I believe, and I have my own theories and my own beliefs and the whole 9 yards. But we're here now, so that's that. Let's talk about some of this motorcycle stuff. Let's get on something.
I saw you had OG Miklo on.
My boy, man. Miklo's my boy, man. True warrior. True grown ass man.
Yeah, that is a warrior. And Miklo's still on the stuff Miklo's always been on since the day I met Miklo.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. This motorcycle, the MC. Okay. It should be GMC, Grown Men's Club. Grown, motorcycle, the whole 9 yards. I tell everybody, times are different. The rules have changed. And it is time for history to be rewritten. Not that the history that's already history should not be accepted and wrote into the new history that's being written, but that the same rules that applied then no longer apply now. And I think that's the problem that we're having. You got people trying to enforce the old rules on new individuals. Can I say that? Did that make sense or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the problem, and that's where you're having your problem at. And only thing I can tell everybody is this, man, is that you're not going to be able to keep bullying or intimidating, people with who you say you are. That's no longer going to work. It was cool back then, but now it don't matter who you are, what you're part of. The disrespect part is not going to be tolerated. And now when you talk about stuff getting worse, I see the MC getting worse. I really do. I think it's going to be a real big boil over in a minute. I really believe that. But it's going to be a real big revolution.
Sorry about that. I just lost one of my viewers.
Yeah.
He said he can't take the racist thing, so he's got to go.
My bad. Apologies. Because if you know me, I'm not a racist.
So I think that you're right about that. I think that if you don't understand, all bullies eventually fall. Eventually, they get so caught up in their wonderful, I can push folks around, that they keep pushing till they go off a cliff. And when they go off that cliff, it's too late to pull back. Man, I just watched a movie the other day, a Tom Hanks movie about the boat, the piracy, the boat that got pirated.
Yeah.
By the Somali guys offshore. And at one point, this pirate had $30,000 cash, and he had his men and everything, and they could have gotten on the boat and floated away. But in his mind was this several $1 million payoff, 10, 20, $30 million, whatever he thought he was going to get. And at some point, the captain says, you got 30 grand, you got your men, you're doing good. And he kept pushing that until he got all his men killed and his ass put in prison for all of his adult life. And I think that's what happens with these folks. They don't realize, they can't see when the lanes are changing and times are changing. You got the internet. Everybody's got a cell phone. All these people are getting tired of being afraid, getting afraid of being afraid, tired of being afraid. And you got all these new laws or new applications of laws where they're doing things like putting people in jail for 100 years, and you got to serve 75 before you're even available for parole, and then all these enhanced charges. And this is how they shut down all these huge mafia figures. And there was a time when guys were running around, Machine Gun Kelly and Bonnie and Clyde, and there was a whole group of those folks that was out there, and all those entities have been shut down.
Well, the sad part, though, John, the sad part is that it affects everybody in a way that in a minute you're really gonna have to be a tough guy to wear a vest. You understand what I'm saying? You're really gonna have to be a person that's against all odds, a person that's I don't give a fuck type person in a minute to wear a vest. Because every time you do something, it helps perpetuate the I told you I told you we need to get them under control. The I told you they're out of control. I told you we got to control them, and the only way we're gonna control them, blah 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 blah. And what easier way to break it up, to break up the so-called organization is to then to take the vest. If you took everybody's vest, and I'm gonna say this, if you took everybody's vest and said, hey, you can't wear your vest, but you still had to go out, a lot of people would not even be recognized. A lot of people would not even be known. A lot of people would not even be, you would be totally irrelevant, in the bike set. That vest is a powerful piece of the bike set. The vest, your rags, whatever you want to call them, it's a powerful piece of the bike set. And they know this. That's why they went after the Mongols. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to take their symbol and their vest and this and this and that. So
I kind of have to disagree a little bit.
Go ahead.
Because I heard from a Mongol, they might take our vests, but we're still going to Mongol on. And I've always felt that about my club. I never needed to have a vest to ride. And if they came and they took all our vests, hopefully that wouldn't even be near enough.
Listen, John,
to stop us.
If I pulled into a gas station and there was 8 Mexican dudes, I pulled into a gas station, it was just 8 Mexican dudes without vests on, and I pulled in. Okay, boom, 8 Mexican dudes, how y'all doing? What's good? But I pulled into a gas station and it's 8 Mongols or Mongol vested individuals there. That's a different situation. If I pulled into, just say I ran into 18 of your club members without vests on. Oh, hey, what's good, y'all? Y'all, it's different. But if I ran into 18 Black Sabbath, oh shit, Black Sabbath deep. That vest, understand what I'm telling you? The government is after the vest because they understand the power of the vest. If you take the vest from a lot of these OMCs and these 1%ers, then they wouldn't have the same effect.
I don't know.
Just tell you.
I don't. Bloods and Crips don't wear vests.
But Bloods and Crips wear insignia that show that they are Bloods and Crips. And if you're not careful, you could be fooled by one. Trust me. I'm just telling you, 18 people in a room is 18 people in a room. But 18 people with a vest on in a room is a totally different room, hands down.
Well, that's how it has been. But if they took those vests, I very well believe they'll come up with another something. It might be a rag in your pocket. Might be your hat crooked a certain way.
That will not have the effect that the vest has. I promise you. It just won't.
Not initially. Not initially, but eventually. The strength is, of course, symbols mean a lot. I mean, we have the American flag. I mean, there's symbols or everything. So,
hell, and even the American flag don't mean shit no more.
It depends on who you ask, because my brothers that wear this insignia.
No. What I'm saying is that, see, let me clean that up. What I'm saying is that the American flag used to be one of the most pridefulest things that you could ever have, be a part of, hold, own, the whole 9 yards. Now they sell them at Walmart. Now they sell them at Walmart. Now they sell them, at your local Piggly Wiggly. You could damn near get one in AutoZone. Yeah,
I think you can get them in AutoZone.
I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, back in the day, you couldn't just go buy a flag. You couldn't just go buy an American flag. You you damn near had to be connected. You damn near had to be a man of service. You had to put that work in. What I'm saying is that we've dummied down the prestige of the American. If you was to take a survey, man, right now, I say 25 and down. Okay, now you took the damn Pledge of Allegiance out of schools. You know what I'm saying? We used to have to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag. That's gone. So you done dummy down the effect of.
And it used to be against the law to burn the flag.
That's what I'm saying.
You would get your ass whooped and put in jail for something like that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So when I say that, again, no disrespect to all my servicemen who have served and earned the right to be proud of that flag and the whole 9 yards. All of us as Americans, I understand that. But I'm just saying, when you go from not being able to get a flag to damn near walking in McDonald's, let me get a Big Mac meal and a flag. Oh yeah, and a U.S. American flag. Yeah.
Well, I don't think the fact that they are readily available waters them down. But I do see like there has been an attack on prayer in schools, an attack on religion, and an attack on values of personal kinds of or actually values of state or governmental shown allegiance. There's been an attack on that. Can't spank kids. You can't hold them back a grade. You can't. And now folks can tell you which bathroom they want to use. So I think those are things that are eroding society. And I don't know what the repercussions are going to be. Maybe we just all need to be free to do whatever we want. So we can't pull together as a country ever. Like right now during the coronavirus, you're going to go ride your motorcycle, even if you're never going to get sick, but you could be spreading coronavirus and you don't even know it. But that doesn't stop you from riding. So we just all become great individualists. See how I brought that around?
Yeah, I see how I see you targeting me. I got you. I see the X on my chest. I see the X. You understand me? I see the X on my chest, bro. I got you. All I'm saying is this, man. For me, I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to do the best that I can. And I'm going to pray real hard that this is not the plight, the destination, or the journey that God has for me. This coronavirus stuff. I don't believe it's going to be a monthly thing. I don't think we're going to be dealing with corona, maybe another 30 days or so. And I think it's going to be done and gone. Some people say, oh, it's 8 months in and
Absolutely. If you look at the modeling, it's going to be horrible. The modeling is going to be horrible. If we don't act like we got some sense and everybody sit down for 15, 20, 30, 60 days, we're going to lose 2 million people in this country.
You think so?
I'm just looking at the model. There's this guy. Oh my goodness. What YouTube channel is that? A guy did something called, look at it. It's called Mathematics and the Coronavirus or something like that, where he's got a 20-minute video where he sits down and he goes through the mathematics of the coronavirus. I think I have it here. What's this called?
Yeah, but who is he and what is his validation?
Well, he's a mathematician.
Okay, and
his validation
he's not
was
a scientist. He's not the president who has the cure already, who put it out there. He's not,
oh boy, no, he's not.
He's not none of them people. Yeah, he's just a mathematician. You understand me?
He's just a mathematician, but he took the numbers, just the numbers that we're reporting, and he multiplied that by, okay, today we have 100 sick, yesterday 400 sick. We lost 500 people yesterday. The day before that, we only lost 300. We went from.
But again, though, John, where are the numbers coming
12
from?
people. Where are these numbers coming from? They're coming from the government.
But we duh. So where are the numbers coming from? Are these the same government that tampered with the voting box? The same government that come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. We're at a point in our life, man, where we can't believe.
You can't just tamper with the voting box.
I know 2 people that had it and got cured.
Well, 80% of the people that have it are going to be cured.
Okay, so you're saying if 200,000 or if 2 million are going to die, that means 90 million are going to have it, and 2 million will die.
Well, the way the projections are looking now, eventually this entire country is going to get it.
And then I'm with my man Ted Harris say, how can everybody sit down when you still got essential workers? Everybody got to sit down, but McDonald's is still open. Pizza Hut still open. Wings and Things is still open. The post office still open. So it's not about the gas stations is still open. Everybody is still traveling. My thing is this. This is my thing. Again, I'm gonna live and I'm gonna live cautiously, but I'm not gonna live.
So let me tell you what's gonna happen to you, and folks like you.
What's gonna happen?
Okay, that's why they sicken that National Guard on y'all's butt. Either you're going to sit your ass down, or we're gonna sit your ass down. Those are the 2 choices you have.
I don't want to follow with the National Guard. I don't want to follow with the National Guard, and I damn sure ain't trying to go to jail.
Or we'll put you in jail.
I ain't trying to go to jail.
Jail. Well, that is. Yeah. So that's what it's going to come down to.
And honestly, the you can't scare me with the jail part. But if you tell me you're gonna raise my child support, then I'll stay in the house. If you tell me you're gonna raise my child support, I'm definitely fuck the motorcycle, fuck outside. I'm in the house.
And Ironhead said, people who say they ain't worried about this virus, bring your butt to Michigan, Washington, and New York. Bet you I'll see an attitude change. And I've got one of my writers on my Think Tactical blog. His name
going to New York. I'm not going to California. I'm not going
to New Rochelle right now. He's sitting bunkered out in New Rochelle, and he's afraid to even breathe the air in his own house.
Po baby. All I can tell you, po baby. I'm not gonna live like that though. Again.
Well, what you gonna do?
Get your ass out of New Rochelle.
Oh no, they're not letting you out of New Rochelle. The governor of Florida.
He better think tactical. God damn it. He better think tactical and wiggle his way up out of there. Yeah.
The governor of Florida set his troopers on the Florida border and stopped everything coming from New York.
Well, they got swamp boats.
I don't know if he turned them around and
they got swamp boats. I'm gonna tell you something.
They're not letting you run out of there. This is different. Listen. When we were doing our prepper stuff at Think Tactical, we were always talking about the bug out.
Listen.
How do we bug out of here if things get bad? We never even really considered.
You can build whatever wall you want to. I got some partners named Julio and Raimundo. They're gonna figure it out. Yeah. You can build a wall. You can put the people at the border. You can do whatever you want to do. I got 2 people. I call, hey Julio, hey my friend, I'm on my way. Yeah, Julio ain't fucking playing, man.
Picked up an accent.
Hey Julio, hey my friend, what up? Hey, be there shortly. Yeah, man, it's nothing, man. You understand me? So. I'm just saying.
I want to see all my motorcycle presidents shut their people down. Stop going to the clubhouse. Stop going on oh man, I got to get from yonder, man. We just 10 of us getting together and going right. No, you're not getting it. Sit your butt down.
Okay, so, and I know I'm gonna sound real fucked up when I say this. You sit your ass in the house. You avoid Corona. They tell us it's over with. Get on your motorcycle and you make a left turn, and Lord be the day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the coronavirus that got you. It was a left turn.
So here's how I feel about that. Here's how I feel about that.
Yeah, what you got?
You went out and got you killed, and maybe you shouldn't have been riding a motorcycle. But when your actions can kill me or my mom or my fiance or my sister or my whatever, when your actions can kill me, that's when it gets serious for me about what you do. I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't infringe upon me.
And I got, and that's what I'm
All
telling
those
you.
kids that took their
But-
butts down to Mexico here recently.
Yeah.
They didn't give a damn. They all went down there and got coronavirus. A good percentage of the ones that went.
I'm just saying, understand this. You're talking about the same kids that you made dummies. Yeah. So you guys are mad at the dummies that you made dummies. You feel what I'm saying? You done took the real teachers out of school. You can't whoop them in school, at home. You can't do nothing. Well, so, you know, hey, mom, I'm going to, no, you're not going to Mexico. Fuck you, mom, I'm going. I mean, you know, and mom can't do nothing about it. So, I mean, what do you expect? This is my thing. Again, I'm not around dumb kids. I'm around John Bunch. I'm around my wife. I'm around my FHO family. And all of my people that I hang around with are responsible. We are going to be as responsible as we can be, should be, and need to be. So, therefore, if for whatever reason, God blesses the coronavirus in my circle, then to God be the glory.
No, absolutely not. And there was a doctor who talked about curing smallpox, the only disease we've actually eradicated off the face of the earth. And he had to go over to India to cure smallpox. And he was just talking about this in a documentary. And they couldn't understand all this, where it was all, how was it all getting out of and getting all over India and all this kind of stuff. And they finally were able to figure it out to a place, and they were able to get all these people inoculated. And with the vaccine, I might add, the vaccine everybody hates. But that's one way to stop a disease dead in its tracks. I mean, if we could have a vaccine tomorrow, we could actually stop the disease in its tracks. I know some of y'all fools out there won't take the vaccine.
We got the vaccine. The orange dude got it.
Hold on. But there was a tribe. Okay, so once they got it all quarantined and got it all down, they figured we got it beat. All of a sudden, it flares back up again, and they go find that there's this tribe, and this tribe is kind of out there. They really couldn't get. It was hard to get to. It was, and they go to this tribe and they say, "Hey, look, we've got the smallpox thing down. The only thing is you guys are the last folks to have it, and we need to give you guys these shots." And they said, "No. If God wants us to have it, then we shall have it.
So be it.
And our fate is in the hands of God.
So be it.
So be it." So these guys left, and all of a sudden, this smallpox just started raging all over the place again. So the government told them, "Okay, look here. We're going to go in there at night. We're going to surround them people, and we're going to inoculate them whether they want to be inoculated or not. Because their belief system is now harming the rest of the entire whole country."
Come
So
on, man.
I'm okay with your belief system.
But listen, you had Jim Jones. You got
harms us all.
You got Jim Jones. You got that orange dude that's in power now. His belief system is full of shit. His belief system is so crooked. He said on national television that you got people dying that have never died before. The leader of the United States of America said, you got people dying that have never died before. You think so?
I guess that'd be any of us who die.
You understand me? Not
Unless
to mention
vampire.
Not to mention, he himself said, "Oh, I ain't worried about getting tested. You ain't got to worry about me. I'll never have it. I don't, you know. Don't you think you gotta? No. I don't have to be tested. I'll never have it. I know that for sure." Well, yeah. If you check his pocket, he got the cure in his pocket. That's the only way you can speak that confident about this shit here is if you know what you know, right or wrong.
I don't know. that there we go back into the old what is that? The old conspiracy theorist stuff. And Just don't do that. I can only go with.
All I'm saying is the only way that I can tell you that I am not gonna get the COVID is if I know for a fact that I already made sure that I'm not gonna get it. But anyway, hands down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But you don't know that. I mean,
he said it.
He
said it.
So you said you must have a vaccine or something.
I guarantee you, I'm not gonna get it. I don't have to be tested. I'm not gonna ever get it. I know I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. I know.
I don't. You know, I have to look that up. I don't know if all that happened like that. But you know, people say things that are cocky. That doesn't mean that he's got some sort of elixir that only they have. But
listen, man.
But what if they do? What if they do? What the hell does that mean for me and you? You still better wash your hands and not touch your face.
I'm washing my hands, my ass, my face, my doorknobs, my light fixtures. If you come over here, when you get up out the seat, I'm washing that down. You know, when you, I'm spraying the whole area when you come and when you leave. I mean, it just is what it is. I think it's sad. I was on my bike today and rode past Family Dollar and saw people in line 6 feet apart. It looked like a third world country type of shit. Everywhere we went, people are standing, 6 feet. They got marks all in the ground and standing, only 2 people. This shit looked like a third world country. It looked like what happened to, what happened. But I understand. I'm not bucking against it. I understand it. I hear you. I got you. And to all of my people out there, anybody that's been affected by it, a friend, a family, a loved one, or whatever, my prayers go out to you and to your family and to your loved ones and to everybody that's involved. Hands down. All I'm saying is don't be mad at me because I'm on my motorcycle. And if you think I'm crazy and I'm going to give it to you, then stay your ass away from me. Matter of fact, I should have been doing this. That way I wouldn't even be all the bullshit I've been through with all these old fake ass friends. I'd have got rid of them a long time ago. Shit. You understand me? So, that's just where I'm at, man.
My dear brother Sal. Hey, my man. Dear brother. Hey, stay your ass at home, man.
I will.
And you're the leader. You're the leader of a movement. Now, we've had these talks before about leadership.
Yeah, I'm a damn good leader. I told all my people, listen.
As a leader,
do what you have to do to be safe. So if being away from Big Sale is what's going to make you safe, then be your ass away from Big Sale.
You got to set the standard. You got to set the mark. You have to stay at home if you want them to. That book, President's Bible of mine, coming out soon.
That's why, again, this is grown man business. You have to be grown. You have to think on your own. You have to be able to make this journey by yourself. If don't nobody show up today, it's time to leave. You can't throw the whole trip away because nobody show up to ride with you. But anyway.
Oh, by the way, the president and Pence each got two. They each got 2 tests. They've both been tested twice.
Oh, okay. Well,
you knew that, didn't you?
Let me tell you something. If they had got tested, it would have been national televised. If they would have did it live on TV.
It was national.
they would have did it live.
I don't think they did that, but they did come out the next day and say we've been tested. I think they announced the test result today, as a matter of fact.
Oh. It is what it is. Say, man. Jay, it's been fun, man. We gotta do this, but I don't know. I don't want to.
Yeah, I know we passed your bedtime, huh?
I don't want to insult none of your. You got a lot of people on here, man. With they're very sensitive about truth and language. So.
I don't think anybody's sensitive about truth and language. Speak your truth. That's what we all must do.
I'm just saying, man. The man left the whole show. He better be glad I didn't call him a cracker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord. All right. It's time.
I'm just saying.
It's time to cut this one off.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
All my peoples, I love you, man. It is what it is. That's So,
Okay. I don't like that kind of stuff, man.
hey, man, it is what it is. Just me having fun. So, and again, that's the part too that we got to get over. Names, anyway. It is what it is, brother. It's been fun. I've had a ball.
All right. It's been great.
Let me play y'all this.
Thank you for tuning on. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna play y'all this the badass. Selling your radio. Hey man, do what you gotta do, Jay. I love you, brother. Talk to you off camera. We have better talks off camera anyway.
Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody have a good night. Be safe out there.
Please do.
Leaders, do what you have to do to keep your people safe.
Don't listen to Big Sale. You're crazy.
I love you all.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thanks for tuning in. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents down in the comment section below. Take care and get skinny.
Big Sale on your radio, best podcast show since the Misfits couldn't carry on, but I'ma carry on and get the party cracking. The homegirl 7 carats known for text blasting. Get she on the rock if you want action. 800 plus.
It's the FHO live podcast where the truth will be told. We promise you that.
In and out of traffic, you see your brother on a hole. Respect the passions, whether they outlaws or outcasts. Big Sale.